Welcome. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. I appreciate you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming into Sandra P's Gen Extra. I appreciate everybody that is stopping in for a quick live because I'm going to do Survivor 48. It's season 48. I think they do maybe close to 2 seasons a year. So this is like almost their 25th year anniversary. And same host, Jeff Probst. And we have 18 people. And they're in the island of Fiji. They've been to Fiji before. I don't know what season because I'm not a Survivor historian like that, but I do like the show. Capricorn Flower, welcome in. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping in, Capricorn Flower. I appreciate it. How are you tonight? I hope everything's going well for you. I'm doing a quick Survivor. It's not even going to be a recap. It's just going to be my opinion of what is going to happen this season. And I could be proven wrong pretty quickly, but we will see. Just everybody, as you step in, press the like button, and I would appreciate that so much. Tonight, I'm in my TLC t-shirt because I'm thinking about girl groups because all that going on with Escape, that is really getting under my skin with the 2 sisters. That's really hurtful. I'm doing well, Capricorn Flower. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. I had my first full week of work in probably like 6 months. So it's tough. I'm trying to get back in there. Sharon Galbo, glad to see you down in the live. I appreciate it. I have a quick live before we do our Dropping Extra Sassy Tea Talk. So that's exciting. We're going to have our first night talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is their Sweet 16 season. I'm just going to show my my Survivor 48. I had somebody, let me see, this is too dark. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I think this young lady in the front, her name is Say. She is from Philly. She actually left her job to be able to come onto Survivor. And I have high hopes for Say. I hope Say, let me see if I can set this up. I'm kind of worried. I don't think I'll be able to do that. As you can see, I'm not in StreamYard. I'll be in StreamYard when I go live with the ladies. So that's going to be within a few, not even a few hours, a few minutes. Let me see how I can do this. My niece was telling me set up PowerPoint and all this. I have PowerPoint, but I didn't have enough time to do it the way that I needed to. The Vulu tribe, and I'm showing the Vulu tribe first. They have 18 people out in the Fiji Islands. Everybody speak to each other in the chat. I appreciate it because I'm going to get in under 20 minutes because we have our live with the panel tonight. So we have Cedric. He's a surgeon. He's a doctor. He said his kids said he is a butt doctor. Kids are so crazy. I guess he does colonoscopies and stuff like that as needed. Justin is a pizzeria manager. We have Kevin. This is the green team. Mary, Say, and Stephanie. Okay, my team, I think, is going to be the green team because I liked everybody's personality on the green team with the exception of Mary. And I'll talk a little bit about that. This is the next tribe. This is the purple tribe. We have Bianca. Eva has a story I'll talk about. Joe also is involved in that. I'll talk about that. Shahin and Star. Last person on that tribe is Thomas, my least favorite person of that tribe. And then when I start discussing it, when I'm doing it in StreamYard, I'm actually going to have those up so that everybody can actually see the people I'm talking about till we get to them. Because like I said, there are 18 people among 3 tribes of 6. You see Charity, this is the orange tribe. Siva, Chrissy is a fire lieutenant. They have 2 fire people on there this year. Joe, the other guy, is actually a fire captain. David is a stuntman. He's from California. Camilla is a Canadian, but she lives in California. Kyle is an attorney. I thought I was going to like Kyle, but Kyle is kind of shady. Mitch, he's my favorite on that team. He's a PE teacher, and he led with the fact that he has a speech impediment. They did a really cute beginning to Survivor this year. They called the people at home and told them that, well, how does it feel to be on season 48? Kind of like they were going to do an interview, and then they sprung the news on them, and everybody is jumping up. They're so excited. So I really liked how they shared the news of what it feels like to get that news. This is 3 of the people from the tribe that my girl Say is on. This is Kevin. I think they were talking about her right there. Kevin, Stephanie, and Mary. I'm saying it like that because Say, she's a young lady. She's only 30 years old. She came in hot and heavy. She came in trying to get her alliance together, and she went to the ladies first. And she said, I just want to see kind of where everybody's head is at, introduce myself, find out what everybody's thinking. And they acted like, oh, no, we out here in the Fiji Islands. We're not talking about the game. How many people know they're getting ready to start talking about the game? So they do that thing they always do. I thought, trying to get an alliance behind Say's back, but she was actually quicker than them. She went right over to the men and made an alliance. She's in an alliance of 4. So it's Say and 3 of the guys. And then the 2 ladies, Stephanie and Mary, think they have an alliance with the other guy, Kevin. That's why I say Kevin is kind of, I like his social game because he's right in the middle of everything. The purple tribe. Let me go back to purple. What happened with the purple tribe? This is a tribe. The young lady, Eva, you see she's 24 years old. She is a PhD candidate at Brown University, y'all. Eva also plays on an all-male hockey team. So the story I was talking about, Eva, you see Joe right below her. Joe, the fire captain, he's a father. He has 2 children. Eva disclosed to Joe, but she was collecting a bunch of bamboo. She was just like on a mission, just collecting the bamboo. They were getting their shelter together. She disclosed to Joe that she is on the spectrum. She actually is diagnosed as having autism. And she said that it's great for if she's focused on something or if she's in a challenge, but there are going to be times when if she does something wrong, she'll get in her head about it and she's going to need someone to like pull her back. And she said, just, kind of touch me, help me refocus a little bit. She said she's also afraid that she'll miss social cues. So when she was talking to Joe, the father in Joe came out, y'all. You see, she could be his daughter. And he had already made an alliance with this guy at the bottom, Thomas. I don't care for Thomas. I'll tell you what he did. Thomas came out. He told Bianca that, we're each other's day one. Now, none of them know each other. It's day one. We're each other's day one. So he's got this alliance with her. Then he goes to the 3 guys. Joe, the fire captain, is from California. Thomas is from California. And Sayon, the guy with the beard. And he says, oh, we're the California girls. I didn't like him misgendering the men like that, but they didn't check him because I guess they didn't want to start anything this early in the season. But I thought that was really forward and kind of rude of Thomas. And he's also trying to get an alliance together. I can understand that. But when they were introducing each other, Confessional Thomas says, I'm going to listen to what everybody else says. And then I'm going to kind of figure out what they want to hear from me and tell everybody what they want to hear. So he's already one of these ones playing this undercover kind of dirty game, which is different to me than the way Say did it. Say went directly to the people and said, she's trying to get numbers. She's excited to be there. She's ready to start playing. And she was forward about her alliance. Another thing Thomas did is he said, Bianca's my day one, but the other guy's kind of like Eva. He's trying to make sure he's a solid 4. And he says, well, I'm going to let them go with Eva for now. Like he's the one with the final decision. But like I just told you, this discussion that the fire captain Joe had with Eva, after that, he said, I'm in an alliance. He said, but this girl, I got her. And if we have to go, we go to the end, we go to the end. If I go home early, I end up going home early. But he already took Eva under his wing, like she's somebody he's got to protect. So that's something I'm going to watch. I'm going to just look at a couple of comments. Let me make sure I did all the 3. Oh, the orange group. I have to tell you one more thing about the orange group. Capricorn Flower is speaking to everyone. Hey, Toot Latrice. Toot Latrice had a great week last week. She had a birthday. We were so happy to get to honor Toot. And we have Cynthia Christian. Thank you for making a live. Thank you, Cece, so much for making a live. I appreciate it. Sharon Gabo is not feeling David or Thomas. Okay, Tom, yeah. David, this is the Orange Tribe. I didn't get talk about them yet, but Thomas is that stunt man. He's kind of bossy. Something that he did, they had the challenges where they were, I don't like them battling for their supplies. I think they should give them supplies and let everybody start on the equal footing. But during that, Kyle had a hard time with it. So after that, they got a chance to kind of redeem themselves a little bit and go on like a mission. And David just calls him out like, well, Kyle, you didn't really do a good job on that. So you want to go on a mission? Kyle can't say no. So he went ahead and went. But Kyle is kind of eager. The other person that went on the mission was the guy, Kevin, that's on my favorite tribe so far. Kevin, the financial analyst, the cute little Asian guy. He's making friends with everybody. He's on 2 different alliances. His shoulder like came out the socket, which is so painful. That happened to a cousin of mine, and he was just crying. But you can put it back in. The doctors gave him some kind of, I was reading, it was like an pain medicine that you inhale. They gave that to him, pushed the arm back in, and he was able, his team didn't win, but he was able to go off on the same mission that Kyle did. So Kyle ended up, Sharon Gobble, no, he didn't get anything on that mission. Kyle was just like so excited and all over the place. He ended up, they had to fill water up with this, a big pot, and it was a glass jar. Kyle was so excited, he broke the glass jar and eliminated himself from the second chance supply competition. So Kevin he said, well, I'm going to go slow and steady because he's in such a rush. And Kyle came over there, well, I'm going to help him. Maybe that'll help him later in the game if he makes it to emerge. But honestly, he was so all over the place. I don't think I would have let him help me because I thought he was going to break Kevin's glass jar. That's how excited Kyle was. But let me tell you what, I thought I was going to like Kyle. Let me tell you what that got on my nerves. Okay, Mitch is the guy. He's a PE coach with a speech impediment. He's really sweet. He's my favorite person on that Orange tribe. And Chrissy, because Chrissy's in her 50s. She's bossy. She's a fire captain. Charity is two-faced. I don't like her. She's a flight attendant. Camila is okay. She and Kyle bonded. He's Guyanese. She's half Guyanese. But what Kyle did, he's an attorney. And for some reason, I don't know why people play Survivor like this. He said, I'm an attorney, but when I get on shore, I'm going to tell everybody I'm a teacher. So he's already lying about who he is. I can see lying during the course of the game for purposes of the game, but why are you lying about who you are in your real life? So that's why I don't see it for Kyle with that. Same thing with Thomas. So I'm riding with my girl Safer right now. And I'm not going to say for obvious reasons, but I just have to lift up my little sister because they already dragging her on these Survivor sites. They're mad because she went out hunting for an idol. Star, the other young lady, she was gone from camp for 2 hours. Now, I know you can't do that, okay? She was gone for 2 hours. I don't like Thomas. He was like, Star's in trouble. You can't go away for 2 hours. Now, this new rule they have, unspoken rule, everybody got to stay together and you can't look for an idol. I don't know who made that up, but if you can look for an idol for your own protection, because what those other people are going to do, go right out there and get an idol. So they were already mad at that Star was looking for an idol. Say on her beach was doing the same thing. Because when I watch these shows, I see them target the people that are fewer in numbers, and they're out of there early. I mean, there was a handful of survivors that made it to the end. I remember Vesepia that season, and also Siri. Siri is one, like, she's won her season. She's won a couple of, Siri lit up. She won a couple of favorites seasons. And then they brought her back as a traitor. Siri's a strategist. Siri thinks. She don't do like the physical games, but Siri, she wins. So I'm just hoping that they don't target the people they usually target and get them out quick. I showed y'all Cedric, the one who said his kid said he's a butt doctor. So I showed you on the beach, they were already conspiring against, I think they were talking about Say. And then that challenge. Those challenges don't look like any fun to me. It's real muddy. It's real grueling. Like when Kevin got hurt, Survivor is the one game that I couldn't really do. I couldn't do Survivor. So this is Kevin and Stephanie sometime during the other challenge. This is the immunity challenge. Stephanie volunteered to do the puzzle and then she messed the puzzle up. So this sets up the end. They get back to the beach and they were talking about what's going to happen. Side straight up, like, well, Stephanie's the one messed up the puzzle, which is true. Stephanie did volunteer and then messed up the puzzle. So now they have to go to tribal council. Everybody's in their little cliques getting themselves together. You remember Sai has that 4-person alliance She has the three guys and then herself. Mary and Stephanie think they're in an alliance with Kevin and Justin, the guy with the long hair, the pizza manager. So he thinks they have four people. I don't know why they're leaving Cedric out. I think they're assuming that Cedric and Say are tight for obvious reason. Now, Cedric and Tay are in an alliance, but in that same alliance is also Kevin and is also Justin. But again, Survivor's doing what Survivor does. They get to tribal council and they start going back and forth. Jeff is laughing because Say is stating her case. Stephanie is pretending like, I just want to have my day at the beach and look at the stars and this and that. And they went on back and forth enough. Say's like, okay, enough of stars. And the look on Cedric's face was so funny because you could tell Cedric in his 40s is different than Say at 30 in the way you talk to people when you're trying to smooth things over. Because Say was going to get votes, and she did. Mary voted for Say. Stephanie voted for Say. But because Say had done her homework at the very beginning and she came out there to play, Say ended up holding her alliance together, the three men and herself. They voted against Stephanie. Stephanie was the first one out, y'all. So I'm excited for my girl. I'm excited. To Latrice is speaking to everyone. Hey, T-Talk with your girl. How are you doing? I'm going to see you in a few minutes. Hopefully we will see everybody. Oh, okay, she's eating her dinner. Can't speak individually. And then we had a happy belated birthday for Toot. Toot was doing it up big. She started out early that morning on her panel over at Glam Rocks. And we all got to wish her happy birthday, sing to her. Yeah, but Survivor's going to be good this season, y'all. It comes on Wednesday nights. So and it comes on, I think it comes on 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna get into that, and I'll review that. Still gonna review Traders. I still owe a Traders review. They had a pretty good season. Real Housewives of Atlanta starts, I think, next Sunday. But I'll review tonight. We're gonna kind of preview the cast because there are new people on the cast. I'm not impressed with Sweet 16 yet, y'all. I'm not. We're gonna see what happens. And then the other thing I'm watching, Sterling. Linda Gamble might have told me about that. Paradise on Hulu. That is so amazing, y'all. It's kind of like a White House intrigue, end of days, science fiction. I mean, it's got everything in it, y'all. It is so good. I had to go back and rewatch episode 1, but I ended up watching the whole series. The latest one, they release it once a week because it's Hulu. The last episode, series 7, I'm going to watch that again. There's so much going on, but Sterling is amazing. He's just amazing. I hope he wins all the Emmys, anything that he could get for that. People's Choice, the whole thing. Toot still speaking to everybody. Everybody's speaking to Toot. Yeah, Sharon Gabor says the obvious. I think that too. You already know they're going to target us first. That's why when I went to the sites, I was trying to get my pictures and stuff together. They were dragging her. Why did she tell the people that she had an idol? Because the way they do the idols, you hunt for the idol, but you could also find the clue. She found the clue. And then she couldn't really figure out the clue. She showed it to Cedric. She showed it to Kevin. Cedric's a surgeon. I guess he knows math and he reads a lot and all this kind of stuff. And Kevin is also in finance. Not that you have to be that to determine a clue, but after they figured out what the clue was, Cedric came up with the word. The word was listen. And Say really, her mind was racing and she was just so excited like a little puppy with the thing. And they did help her open the clue and figure out the word. But the idol is hers. That conversation at the beach with Kevin, Stephanie, and Mary, I didn't like the fact that they were thinking about voting for Say. Okay, somebody got to go first. But Stephanie is the one that volunteered for the puzzle and then messed up the puzzle. And then Kevin is in her alliance and then talking about, yeah, we might have to flush out an idol. Flush out an idol for what? This girl can have something to protect herself. Just what they should be working on is working as hard as they can in the immunity challenges, and then they don't have to go to tribal council. So that's the thing I hate. They target certain people so quickly and not really settle into the game. I'm sorry I'm talking fast, but I was trying to make sure I'm done in 20 minutes. Cece says she's doing well, staying out of the way. How are you doing? Yes, Sharon says, I love Survivor, but it's a cutthroat game, not for the weak at all. No, it's not, Sharon. It's not. I haven't seen what they're eating yet. Usually they have rice. They showed the guy, I'm going to call him the stunt man. His name will come to me again. I don't even feel like looking it up again. But I don't want to call him the wrong name because I don't want to cement the wrong name in there. But he was drinking that water. He said it was nasty. So I don't know. I think they should at least get rice, maybe some type fruit, because it also depends on what David was saying is nasty. And the people that are most muscular, now they start out pretty good, but as they start to lose weight and stuff, they get kind of weak. So it is very cutthroat. And then with that social game, I wish people wouldn't bring that same real world attitude out there in the Fiji Islands. Why are you targeting this girl first? Just like Star walked away for 2 hours. She might just be an introvert. She might just need to recharge. The other thing I did notice about Star, when the boat pulled up to the beach and they all jumped off in the water, she had on pants. Now, linen, cute pants. She was like, oh, I don't want to get wet. And I'm like, Star, you're going to get wet. You're going to do water challenges, all of that. So I don't know. Pulling for my sisters, of course. I like Cedric, of course. I like Mitch. And Eva took a place in my heart. Also, the way Joe protected her. Thomas, I'm ready for him to go. He feel like he don't have to do anything because now he's got these alliances to protect him. So I'm anxious to see who goes before the merge. And I think this is going to be a pretty good season. And I thank everyone. I hope to see you in a few minutes. I think around 7:30 we're supposed to start. T-Talk says she's eating her dinner now. So thank everybody for this quick, I don't even call it a review. I call it a review, a recap, my opinions, my hopes for the season. And I will see everybody in the next few minutes. Thank you for stopping by Sandra P's Gen Extra. Everybody have a great night, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.